Hello everyone, welcome back to my channel. I'm Joanna, and in today's video I am going to be showing you how to shape the neck to the baby's winter vest that we are making. In my previous video I showed you how to cast off in the center and then the sides, and then we knitted up to a certain length. You can measure it if you want, or if you feel like it, you can count the ridges. I normally go ahead and count the ridges. I don't look for a measuring tape to measure. I just count the ridges to the plain knitting that I have done, and I decide whether it will be big enough or I need to increase the shoulder length. This is the shaping of the shoulders. Okay, so now I have done around 9 to 10 ridges. Now I am going to start casting on, and we will always cast on and cast off on the right side of our knitting. When we knit and come to your left side, we will increase one. Then when we knit and go back to the other side, we will increase one. So how we are going to increase? Let me show you. This side we will only knit. We will go ahead and knit this side. And now this side we will increase on this side. Okay, how we are going to increase is, we are going to insert our needle at the back of the stitch, from the back of the stitch inside. Then we will put the yarn over and pull up a stitch. Now we will not take the stitch off from the left hand needle. We will keep it there. We will turn our work and we will insert the needle from the back portion. See, from the back side of that stitch we will insert the needle and we will pull up another stitch. We will pull up the stitch and then we will take the stitch off the needle. Now we have two stitches on our needle. If you can see, we have two stitches. Now we will continue knitting. We will just do plain knitting. Now we will turn our work and we will come to the other side. Let me just put this a little higher. Yep, that should do it. My needles were hitting the stand. So now we are going to knit this side. We are going to knit and then we will increase on this side. Okay, when we were knitting this side, we increased over here. If you can notice, if you can see, we have increased over here. Now that we have finished with this side, we turn our work and we have to increase on this side now. Okay, so this side we will knit and this side we will first increase and then we will knit. So let's knit. Now we will increase the same way like how I had shown you earlier. We will increase. We will insert our needle from the back side of the stitch into the stitch between and pull up a loop. We will not take the stitch off the needle yet. We will turn our work. we will insert the needle between the stitches, between the front and the back portion, between that, and we'll take it out towards the back. Now we will turn the yarn over the needle and we will pull up a loop. And we have 2 stitches on the needle. Now we will take that stitch off from the left hand needle, and now we have 2 stitches on the needle. Now we will continue doing plain knitting. We will just simply knit, and this is how we are going to keep on casting on till we have 18 stitches on a needle. When we casted on for this, when we casted off for the center out here, when we casted off out here, we had 18 stitches on both sides of the winter vest. 18 stitches this side, 18 stitches this side. Okay, and then we casted off till we reached 12. Now, and then we knitted 9 ridges or 10 ridges, depends upon what length you want to do the shoulders. And now we are casting on. So we will cast on till we have 18 stitches on both sides. Okay, so now you go ahead and cast on, and I will meet you after we have 18 stitches on both sides of our shoulders. Okay, the winter vest shoulders that we are knitting. So now you go ahead and you cast on, and I will meet you when I have the 18 stitches on both sides of my winter vest. Now that we have finished casting on our 18 stitches that we had casted off out here, and then we knitted for the shoulders. Now we've casted on the 18 stitches on both sides. We have 18 here and 18 there. Now we are on the right side of our work. We are on the right side, and we will cast on. Now we are going to cast on the center 14 stitches that we had casted off out here. The 14 stitches that we casted off here, we are going to cast on out here. Now we will cast on in a different way than what we casted on out here. It's more or less the same way. Instead of casting on 2 stitches in one this same stitch, we are going to be doing one stitch at a time. Let me show you. It will be easier. So just now we are only going to knit this side. We will knit the 18 stitches that we have casted on. We will cast on the stitches this side with the yarn which is attached to this side. Alright, we will cut it off later on. So how we are going to increase is, we are going to insert the needle from the back side of the stitch, and we will pull up a loop, and we will carry it onto the needle which is in your left hand. Now in that same stitch we are going to insert the needle from the back, and we are going to pull up a loop, and we are going to turn it and place it onto the needle like that. So we have done 2 loops. We have made 2 stitches. Now we will do the balance the same way. That's 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14. We have casted on 14 stitches in the center. See, we had 18 stitches first. 2, 4, 6, 8, 10, 12, 14, 16 and 18, and we casted on 14 stitches. That's 2, 4, 6, 8, 10, 12 and 14. Okay, 14 stitches. Now we will go ahead and cut this yarn. Oops, sorry. Now we will just go ahead and knit this portion with the yarn attached to this side. Okay, and this yarn we will knit in at the back. Alright, so, and this is all plain knitting. Pull it a little tight so the stitch doesn't turn loose. And after you are satisfied on how far you have knitted in the back, the yarn which was left, you can stop knitting it in if you are satisfied. If you are not satisfied like me and you feel like it's going to open out, then you knit it right to the end till the yarn finishes. All right, but it never opens out. No matter how far you take it or how short you knit it in, it doesn't open out. It just gives it a neater finish because it goes into the armhole portion where we will do a little bit of crochet to neaten up the armhole to give it a finish. So it gets tucked in out there. And that is it. Now you can go ahead and do your plain knitting. The way we done plain knitting out here in the front, we will do the exact plain knitting at the back. We will do 12 ridges at the back. In the front we have done 8, at the back we will do 12. Alright, so you go ahead and do your knitting, and I will meet you at the end of 12 ridges. You just have to do plain knitting. And now that we are at the end of our 12 rows, now we will do 2 plain and 2 purl, like how we had done in the beginning of the winter vest. We started with 2 plain 2 purl, then we done plain knitting, shaping of the neck, the shoulders, the back portion of the neck, and then we done again plain knitting, 12 ridges. I have done 12 ridges out here. So when you fold this, you match the end of this ridge with the beginning of this ridge. This is going to be your armhole size. Okay, and it will be slightly higher than the front. You match the ridges, the end of the back ridges and the beginning of the front ridges. This is from where you sew it in downwards, but before we reach there we have to do 2 plain 2 purl at the back also. So now let me show you again. In the beginning, the first stitch I always do the opposite of whatever there is. Whether it's a purl stitch, I'll do 1 plain 1 purl, and then 2 plain 2 purl I will continue with. You can do it however you feel like it, but this is how I do it. Okay, it gives a kind of a marking that when we are joining it, it is easier to join it together. Like it does not go high and low. You will have it exactly the same. Okay, it's like it gives you a kind of a margin kind of a thing. So now let's go ahead and do a 2 purl 2 plain. We will start with a plain 2 plain, wool around the needle, and 2 purl. Now we will take the wool back again to the front or to the back, and we will do 2 plain. Where you have these V kind of stitches, these are plain stitch, knitting. This is plain knitting. And where you have this kind of little bumps, this is purl knitting. Okay, so 2 plain 2 purl. Now we have done 2 plain. Now we'll bring the wool forward and we will do 2 purl. We will knit from the back of our work. Now we will take our wool again forward and we will knit 2 plain. Bring the wool around, knit 2 purl. Take the wool back around, knit 2 plain. So this is all we are going to do for the next 6 inches, like how we had done for the front. We are going to knit the same length for the back. Okay, so this is how we are going to continue with the rest of our winter vest. So now you go ahead and knit your 2 plain 2 purl, and I will meet you at the end to show you how we are going to cast off. And now that we are at the end of our two plain two purl and the 6 inches of it at the back, we are now going to cast off. So we are going to start with a purl stitch, and then we will do a plain stitch. Now the stitch at the back, we will pick it up and pull it over the front stitch like that. Now these are two purl stitches, so to cast these off, we will bring the wool around and we will knit a purl stitch. After we knit a purl stitch, we will take the wool back again around and we will pick up the back stitch and we will pull it over the front stitch like that. Now again we will bring the wool around and we will knit a second purl stitch. Now we will take the wool around and we will pull the back stitch over the front stitch. This is how we cast off. Now these are two plain stitches, so we will just go ahead and knit it, and then we will pick up the back stitch and pull it over the front stitch. Now again we will knit a plain stitch, pick up the back stitch and pull it over the front stitch like that. So we are casting off now. Now we will pull the wool back around the needle, then we will insert the hook and we are going to make a purl stitch. Now we will take the wool back again around the needle, pick up the back stitch and pull it over the front stitch. Now wool again around the needle, the second purl stitch, we will knit, wool around and pick up the back stitch and pull it over the needle. So this is how you cast off. So now go ahead and cast off and I will show you what we do next. After you cast off, you have to stitch the sides, and this is what your work will look like. Now how we stitch the sides is with this little piece of yarn which you leave at the casting on and casting off. That yarn you will thread through your darning needle, your upholstery needle or your embroidery needle, whichever needle you are using. You will thread it through and you will stitch the sides up. I went ahead and stitched up one side. I will show you how to stitch it. So now what we will do is we will stitch this side right up to this ridge out here, the first ridge that we make. We will match the inside ridges together. We will put it together and we will keep it there while we knit, while we stitch up the seams from the bottom. So the yarn that was left, we will thread it through the needle and we will start stitching. Now to make sure it doesn't go high and low while we are stitching it up, we will match these little knots that form at the beginning of our knitting. I said now, where there is a plain I make a purl and where there is a purl I make a plain the first stitch. This is what it will look like. It will be like little knots at the edge of your knitting. So those we will match together. They never go wrong. If you are at the correct length, they never go wrong. You might just go one stitch ahead or one knot below, but it does not go crooked much. So this is all we are going to do right up to the first ridge that we made on the top. Okay, So this is how far we will stitch it, up to the first ridge, up to here. Alright, so you stitch right up to here and I will meet you at the end out here. And now that we are at the top, at the end we are going to end our sewing. We will make one knot there, then we will stitch it a little below and we will make one more knot out there like that, another one. I just do this to make sure it doesn't open out. I am very this thing on it opening out. I don't want it to open out on the baby, so I make pretty sure that it won't open. So this is all you do, and then you go ahead and cut your yarn. Okay, so this is how we do it. Now what we will do is we will look for if there's any strands left out which we need to sew in, and I can't see anything just now, but where we had casted off and casted on and joined the yarn to cast off for the shoulders, out there will be one piece of yarn left for you to sew in. So how we are going to do that is, this is your wrong side of your cardigan. This is the wrong side, okay, where we will be weaving in all the extra yarn. Okay, so you just do it like this, you weave it in. Now my yarn is not that long, so I am going to first weave in the needle, then I will threadle it with the yarn and pull it through. Alright, now we will pull it through. It will go through your plain knitting, and this is what it will look like. It will give it a neat finish. And then you can go ahead and cut it off. Just make sure you don't cut your cardigan along with it, your winter vest. There you go. And now there are no strings hanging from anywhere. Now you go ahead and you turn your work. Now we are going to do a crochet of 3 double crochets in one space, and that's how we will do the neck and the armholes. Okay, so we will need a crochet hook. I am going to be using a 3.25 mm, but you can use a number 10. This I think is more or less a number 10 size. So I don't have my number 10 crochet hook right now with me, so I am using this. Okay, it works as long as you have something to make the to do the crochet around the neck and the armholes. It's okay, but don't use a very big hook, because that will then this thing make it very loose. Okay, so we will take our yarn. I always start at the corner out here because it gives it a nice round finish. So where we had casted off, I will insert my hook over there and I will make a double crochet. First I will make a chain of 3, then I will put the yarn over and I will make a double crochet, okay, in the same space. So this is what we will do. The chain will be counted as one double crochet. So now we will leave a little space in the center and we will go in out there into that empty space, and we will make a slip stitch. This is your pattern that you will get, a half shell. So now again we will chain 3. If you want, you can chain 3 or you can chain 2. It depends upon what you want. Now we will insert the hook in the same place and we will make 2 double crochets. And this is all we are going to do right around. We crochet the neck first so that it pulls in the shoulders. Okay, it tends to pull in the shoulders. These half shells that you make an even number if you want, or you can have an odd number also, it just depends. But don't make too many, don't make it look like a frill round the neck. It has to be plain, it has to sit properly on the neck, okay? So just remember that. Don't make too many that it will look like a frill. So this is all we are going to do right around. Now you go ahead and do your half shells and I will meet you out here. So you will go ahead and make 24 shells, half shells, the shell of 3, right around your winter vest's neck. 24. And after you make the 24, then we will insert it at the point where we began the crochet, and we will end it out there only, like that. Now you can go ahead and cut your yarn and end your work, like that. Now we will take our darning needle. Where is it? Yes, it here. We will take our darning needle and we will sew in the extra yarn. That's it. Now we will cut the yarn. If you feel like your front is longer than the back or the back is longer than the front, then when you wash your winter vest, you have to wash your winter vest to set it. Then you can pull it all slightly into place. Okay, you can give it a little nudge and set it into place and leave it to dry. You have to dry it down flat. Now what we will do for the armholes is we will do the same design that we have crocheted out here. We will crochet on both sides of the armhole. Okay, and we will always start from here, from the bottom of the armhole. We will go round and we will do a crochet right around the two armholes that we have. Now, but before that, the video is turning a little longer, so I will show you what we do next for the neck. Now what we are going to do is we are going to take our yarn and we are going to take a long piece of it. Alright, we are going to double it and then we are going to make a chain to thread through this thing, through the neck. So you can pull it and tie it. We don't put buttons to this winter vest of ours. Okay, you make sure you take a long piece of yarn. Alright, cut it and we will make a slip knot. We will take a crochet hook and we will make a chain. It's up to you how long you want it, but you have to make it long enough to go right around the neck of your winter vest. Alright, so 1 2 3 4 5 6 7 8 9 10 11 12 13 14 15 16 17 18 19 20 21 22 23 24 25 26 27 28 29 30 31 32 33 34 35 36 37 38 39 40 41 42 43 44 45 46 47 48 49 50 51 52 53 54 55 56 57 58 59 60 61 62 63 64 65 66 67 68 69 and 70. For just now we have crocheted a chain of 70 for just now. We will thread it through and see if we want to make it longer, and I think we will make it longer. So to make it longer, we will take our yarn, we will take another piece of yarn, we will take another piece of yarn and a longer piece this time, and we will thread it through this loop that we have. If you remember, we had doubled the yarn and used it, no? So we made the slip knot at the end of the yarn, the two ends. So that is how we have the loop out here to thread our yarn through. Now we will make a longer piece, and now we will crochet the balance. So we had done 70, 71, 72, 73, 74, 75, 76, 77, 78, 79, 80, 81, 82, 83, 84, 85, 86, 87, 88, 89, 90, 91, 91, 92, 93, 94, 95, 96, 97, 98, 99, 100. Now we'll go ahead and we will thread it through and see if we need to increase the length or we keep it this way. Now you pick the center of your cardigan, of your winter vest, and the shells that we had made, it will have a space at the bottom of the 3 double crochets. We will insert our yarn out there and we will thread it through like that from the bottom. So now that I have threaded it through, we are a bit short. So what I'm going to do is I am going to add on another 30 stitches to this chain. Okay. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16, 17, 18, 19, 20, 21, 22, 23, 24, 25, 26, 27, 28, 29, 30. So this should do it. So that's it. This is as long as I am going to make my string. Okay. This is it. Now we will end this out here. We will keep a little missing. I'll show you what I'm going to do with it. Like that. Now I will make one and show you because the video is turning a bit longer. So I will make one and show you. And the other one you can do on your own yourself. Okay. So what we're going to do with this yarn that I have left is we are going to take our darning needle. We are going to thread our darning needle with it. And we are going to make a tassel out here. Not a very big tassel, a small one, because this is a baby's cardigan that we are making. Alright. So you hold it there. It's a newborn's baby's winter vest, so we're not going to make very big tassels because they have to be comfortable also. This is going to be tied up onto the chest, so this has to be comfortable. It should not poke or hurt them. So you make sure you don't make very big tassels, very thick tassels. And then you go and cut it. This is all you're going to do. So now when you put it onto your baby, you can tie it up out here and tighten the string around the baby's neck a little. Make sure you don't tie it too tight. Just lift it up a little bit onto their chest, so the chest remains warm, and you have your winter vest there. That's your baby's winter vest. And you wash it and you set it into place. That's it. It's the most comfortable winter vest ever, and I swear by it. I have made this for all the babies in the house, in my house and around me. My friends' babies, my sisters, my brothers, all their kids. I have made these winter vests. When we were small, we worn them, and they are the most comfortable ones going. So if you liked my video, please do like, share, subscribe and follow for more videos. Thank you for watching.